Excuse me one moment while I finish setting up for today. Oh, it's a bit windy today. Let me close the window. I actually can't close the window. That's okay. Do you think it would be too bright if I put a giant piece of white cardstock on the screen? Oh, I forgot this. Alright, I can use it. Okay, there we go. A high cardstock. I'm gonna try using the camera's autofocus today and seeing how well it behaves. Okay. Wow, that's so white. It's kind of weird. Okay, so today we're going to continue working on this X-Wing, mostly. It's just going to be weathering right now because that's all we really have left to do. All the base colors are done, and weathering is actually half done. I just need to get through the silvers and blacks and probably do a little bit of cleanup, since I think that in some places the panel line fluid was too heavily applied. So I'm gonna do that first. I said I would do a bit of cleanup off stream. I did go and do that, but I didn't finish because I guess I want to leave some things for the stream. I'm still trying to clean up my space a little bit. Okay, so I need my enamel thinner. So here's a little bottle of enamel thinner. And these are the details that we need to clean up are the really small ones that I can't really go at with the cotton swabs. The cotton swabs are too broad. So I'm going to use a brush to go at most of the things I need to fix up. Although there are some big things where I think I can use cotton swabs. Like for instance, on this piece, there's the excess panel line fluid on the left right there along the zigzag pattern right here. We're gonna fix that up. We're gonna fix that up with a Q-tip. These grooves aren't deep enough. Now I'm just looking around, seeing what things need to be touched up, and then going at it wherever I find problems. Yeah, okay, I'm not happy with the autofocus. I was hoping it would be able to figure out what I want to focus on. It cannot. I wonder if there was a way of getting it to be entirely center focused, like center autofocus. Let me actually grab my mouse and manually adjust the focus because it's not doing what I want. Well, hopeful that using the white background would force it to focus on thing in the front. Probably would work if I didn't have things in the background, but that is not the case. So I'm gonna go over to manual focus now. Okay, here we go. Hello, Mr. Viewer. How are you doing today? I hope to finish this today. I can see the end. Can you see the end? There is no ending. Oh. Last night, I think I dreamed that I moved out to go to school. And then I realized, oh crap, I need to make my sister macarons, but I didn't bring the macaron ingredients with me. What will I do? Sometimes I feel like macarons haunt me. It's like, I can't stop thinking about them. Even in my dreams, I can't run away. All the time. Unyielding. They follow me everywhere. I see them everywhere. Okay. Let's try putting it together. Yes, and then I'll have dreams instead of nightmares about macarons. I will dream about beautiful macarons. Okay, here's the base. Then I think I take these rectangular pieces and stick them in here. That one doesn't fit. I think it's this one. Okay, eventually I'll pick the right one. I just need to keep guessing until the right one shows up, right? Nope. Has to be this one, wasn't it? This one has the right pattern. Yes, okay. It's funny how clean that piece looks compared to the area around it because I did not do any weathering on it yet. This one's not right. Is this one right? This one's not right. This one has to be right. Okay, I'm actually going to not. Yes, I will actually assemble it first. I keep on wondering if I want to assemble it first or not, and I'm just gonna go with yes. Even though some of the inner areas will need weathering, and it might make it a little bit difficult to reach once they're on the inside, that's okay. What side's looking weird? The pink is looking weird? Kind of a nice unintentional result of the way this was done is that some of these pieces are a different shade. And I don't mind that at all because that kind of gives the impression of parts being replaced. Which way's up? This way's up. Yeah. There are some details. Yeah, that's part of what was weird about painting this kit is that some of the patterns that I painted on just go straight over details on the kit. Should I add a little bit of glue? Probably don't need to. Probably should close correctly without glue. Yeah, this is good. It's such a funny looking color scheme. This goes here. Oh, that's pointing the wrong way. Oh, this piece looks super dirty. You put this one down for now, while waiting for it to dry off a bit before putting it on. Oh, that's facing the wrong way. It doesn't actually close up all the way, that's kind of funny. Spread out the wings so I don't put the pressure across all the wings when I'm trying to squeeze these together. Okay. Doink. This is it assembled, but we're not done yet. Now we have some acrylics to play around with. So we have this acrylic chrome silver and acrylic black, which means that we're switching thinners over to Tamiya acrylic thinner. Here it is. Tamiya acrylic paint thinner. This paint is not supposed to mess with the lacquer and enamel paints that I already put on the kit. So that stuff is basically saved. By switching up the kinds of paints that we use, it's kind of like saving our progress. Breaking something at this point would indeed be extremely sad. And then here's our palette from before. And what we're going to do is a lot of dry brushing. I'm not very experienced with dry brushing. I don't know if that's obvious because of how it went last time. Let me actually wipe down this a little bit because there's a lot of dust on it. Let me grab a paper towel. Getting this late in the process is where I start fearing something bad can happen. But let's not jinx ourselves. We're gonna start off by using a toothpick to get out the silver paint, and we're gonna do the silvers first. Come on. Look at this paint. I haven't touched it in potentially years. So it's all settled on the bottom. I don't know if it's good. Hopefully it's good. Yeah, this looks usable. Just need some mixing. You know, it's kind of funny. I have like a personal mental tier list of how good different paints smell. These acrylic paints smell pretty good. They smell kind of fruity. They're pretty up there in my tier list, not gonna lie. Paint is a little chunky, mayhaps a little thick. But that's okay. Okay, and then we're gonna also put a little bit of thinner on the side. Add a little of this, just drip it here. It's windy outside, can you hear that? Hello, Mr. Viewer number 2. Azu showed up first, so Azu claimed the title of Mr. Viewer. So you're Mr. Viewer number 2 now, right? Okay. So what I'm gonna try to do is dry brushing, which means that I load up the paint onto the brush and then actually just remove most of it so that it's like the smallest amount of paint. And apparently having this on the stand makes it actually not that bad. Having it on the base means that I can just not even hold it, really. And I'm gonna start with the silver and then add black specks to it. So the silver is gonna be like exposed metal bits. I think I'll start off by doing the silver detailing, like along the engine. And it's just to bring out the surface details. Can't even really tell if I'm applying all that much. I can't tell if I'm applying any at all. Huge dub. Am I really applying anything? I can't tell because it's so messy looking from the grime. I wonder if I'm drying it too much for the dry brush. No, I think I'm actually applying a little bit right now. Yeah, it definitely is. A little bit. This now makes me wonder if I should have done like a reverse wash for these parts. But a part of me was like, you know, I'm gonna try dry brushing for these parts. Still don't know how to do the minifigure painting techniques very well, so I'm not sure how to decide which technique I should be bringing in. Piece of paper behind me just fell, but I don't know what it is. It is a windy day out here. Oh no, that's too much paint. That was not dry. I need to zoom now. Can you guys even tell if anything is changing? Because, not gonna lie, it's kind of hard for even me to tell here. Screwing with my... messing around with my lights. You can't. Okay, I'm just like messing with you guys. There's no paint on my brush at all. I'm not doing anything at all to the kit. Nothing is changing. Yeah, the silver is super light. Okay, let's try this. I actually need to zoom even closer. Let's adjust the focus. Okay, how about this? Let's not use chrome silver. I think chrome silver is not enough. Or maybe chrome silver on its own. It's actually just not really doing very much. Maybe it's my inexperience with working on details on that scale, because I don't really do details that small usually. Let's try something darker. I think I had gunmetal somewhere. Let's mix gunmetal and silver. This is a let's play around with the process sort of thing. Okay, let's try some gunmetal. I've never touched this paint. You can tell because it's super full. And I think, yeah, I think I'll just use the gunmetal on its own. I won't mix it with the silver because I think it's a good color on its own. So this is, no, I'll mix it with a little bit of the silver. After all, maybe? I don't know. I mean, I'll just do both here and there. Okay, so we now have silver and we have gunmetal. And that probably will look better. Okay, let's try this again. It's a little bit too much in the front. Anyway, what are you guys up to today? You're actually sick today? I thought you were not sure if you were gonna get sick, but you ended up sick? Oh no. That sucks. Being a potato was nice though. I ended up having way too much silver on this side, and the silver won't go away. It's like embedded into the white base coat that I had put here. But with enough thinner, it looks like it might go away. That was a little bit too much paint. Uh-oh. Oh. I just realized I need to put details on the droid. I forgot about the droid. It's like, dude, I exist. I know. How do I make it look like an Amogus? It's not even shaped like an Amogus. That seems a little bit too challenging. These don't look very good. Am I not drying the brush enough? It sounds terrible. They'll stick out so terribly. I don't have any trust. Have you asked for trust when talking about Amoguses? It's like the opposite of trusting. That's sussing. Oh, how did we end up with a big blob of black right there? How did that happen? Where did that come from? Actually, I'm gonna go back and do these with a different kind of paint entirely later. Because this acrylic is not working the way I want. Right, definitely is right. This really feels like a trust the process sort of thing, because I don't like the individual strokes, but the overall feel of the result is okay. Oh, that went a little too heavy-handed though. Yeah, that went too heavy-handed again. I can't hold it in a way that it can fit in the camera. There's not enough space. The camera's too close to the desk. I need to reconstitute some of this paint. It's gonna dry. Most of the strokes that I'm trying to do are along the length of the kit, and that's because I imagine that a lot of the damage and streaking on this kit will be the result of this X-Wing flying through space, and that means that a lot of the damage it sustains will be debris hitting it somewhere in the front and then sliding towards the back. That's too much over there. Oops. Also, dry brushing, do it with bad brushes. Don't do it with your nice brushes. It probably ruins your nice brushes. I'm pretty sure it ruins your nice brushes. That's too much. One side is way too grimy compared to the other. This wing is so grimy. This grime is really actually sticking. I thought it would actually come off easier because it's acrylic on lacquer, but apparently I'm wrong. It's kind of stuck, which is amusing in its own way, I guess. Some unevenness in the weathering, which is fine. Not everything gets damaged equally. I just didn't expect it to work like that. Let's do the space between the wings now. You know why this tail part is actually so much brighter than everything else? It's because I actually sprayed it with the, what do you want to call it? The lacquer gloss. So it seems to be more resistant to all the paints than anything else. Like none of the enamel or acrylics really want to stick to it. It's anti-stick powers. It's up there. You know what I am most paranoid about right now is bumping into one of the laser things and then just breaking in two from that impact. Like, I could totally see that happening, especially because I can't see it clearly sometimes with the camera in the way. I feel like I might just bump into it that way. Oh, why is this piece not completely in? Ugh. See that? Of course you can't. The lighting is terrible. This piece right here, it's not all the way in. Why are you not all the way in, buddy? Oh! Oh, it popped out. Oh, it popped out even further. Okay. What? Press down on it and it pops out. This is how we break the kit. I feel it already. How can I apply pressure to that? Why does it pop out? It's super weird. It's like the only place that that part will fit, but it doesn't actually want to fit there. It doesn't even want to close now, and this is problematic in another way because if I ever close it, it's gonna rub against the other pieces and then chip paint and stuff. So let's pull back and maybe disassemble it just to fix that one thing. So to disassemble it, we need to pull off the tail. Which is harder than I expected it to be. I'm gonna need something to pry it open, like a knife. Yeah, this is cursed. That something doesn't fit in the 12th hour of the project. Trying to take it apart while it's been painted is scary because everything I do risks ruining the paint. Okay, now that is out, I can try separating the top from the bottom. I'm gonna take out some of these laser things because it'll be easier without them. Ah, something fell off. That's terrifying. Oh, and then the cockpit popped out while I was wiggling it. That's also terrifying. Anything falling apart when it's not what I'm trying to separate, terrifying. Let's get the other knife. Does it make you nervous? You're waiting for the jump scare, the sudden explosion of parts, something suddenly breaking when you thought that your hero character was going to survive. Turns out that they're dying anyway. Dang, I knew you were a token character, but I hoped that you could be more. And at the end of the day, the director disappointed me and killed you off anyway. Unfortunately, I am my own director and I'm really bad at making movies. In fact, I've never made a movie. Okay, where's the problem piece? It's this one. Keeps on popping out. Now it's not popping out. Oh, wow, it just jumped out entirely on its own. Why are you doing that? Why are you like this? Do I need to shave the inside a little bit so it fits better? Is that what's going on? Or do I just slap some glue in it and force it in? Oh, you know, what I'm actually gonna do is glue it in. Okay, so extra thin cement. I'm just gonna dab some thin cement in there. It's going to soften up the pieces and stick them together. It looks like none of the other pieces are doing that, so that's good. So I'm just gonna brute force this basically. Okay, now we hold it. Oh, something else fell off. Great. Okay, so we hold it. I don't know how long we hold it for, but maybe a good minute or two. I'm actually applying a lot of pressure on it right now. Pressing pretty hard with my thumb. How's your day been? I'm having second thoughts about the weathering. I just bumped the camera. Because I don't have a whole lot of practice with it. I don't feel very good at it right now. At least since I've disassembled it, this will give me an opportunity to get at some hard to reach places that I didn't notice before. So we can fix those up a bit. So applying the extra thin cement, I'm hoping to accomplish two things. One is that the pieces will stick together. It will dissolve the plastic on both parts, so then they will just fuse together. So that'll help hold it in place. So holding it in place is one one goal. The other goal is that because it's going to dissolve the parts, they're going to soften, and whatever is wrong with the shape of the parts causing it to pop out will be just smoothened over. I'm just basically crushing away the problems. The brute force method here. That is what it is. Okay, but this solution means that part will never come out ever again. Look at how different the weathering is. So this is one side, and this side it's like all gray, all messy. Why are you so messy? I wonder if enamel thinner will eat through that acrylic. Let's try. Enamel thinner. Cotton swab. Oh, it is cleaning it out a bit. Okay, that's good. I don't want it to be quite that messy looking. It's a little bit too... Whoa! That enamel just ate through the white paint. Right here. That is now gray paint. That's the primer below it. Gasp. Okay, that's not good. That is now all going to be silver. That's gonna be one big silver area with no paint on it. That is what it is now becoming. That's not supposed to happen. I guess the layer of white paint that I applied was not very good to begin with. Even though enamel thinner doesn't really dissolve lacquer, if you rub really hard, the enamel thinner weakens the bond between the lacquer paint and everything else enough that it can remove it. If you try hard enough, and that's what just happened there. Oh well. Happy accident, I guess. Let me toss out that cotton swab real quick so I don't accidentally use it again. I've been a little bit loose about managing the cotton swabs because it doesn't really matter if it's not perfectly clean. Nothing is going to be perfectly clean by the end of this, so I wasn't really caring too much about reusing them, but if there's one with enamel thinner, it's like a hidden poison pill. Let's lower the camera again. It's a more comfortable place for me to hold it at. That's the sort of effect I really want right there. I don't know if you can really see because the shadows are also pretty bad. But I want this sort of really thin black line along the corners because they're just worn away right along that edge. It's like the ideal look that I'm going for. But in some ways, this is just this project is a practice for me, trying out some of these sort of techniques. Where's the big hole? Big hole is right here. That doesn't look too bad. Looks interesting. Oh, that was awkward. That too is awkward. Tail end. Looking a little bit too bright. Let's try darkening it a bit. Ozzy, did you find it amusing that Chris was asking if you could help him read something in Japanese? I was like, yeah, I know I'm a weeb, but like, can't really help. Sorry. Okay, let's try reassembling this and then just getting a overall look at it, see how it feels overall. If there's anything I want to tweak. Honestly, the only person around here that I would ask for serious help reading something is probably, well, in the group chat, but I think actually if I asked Rai would be able to help. It doesn't help that the thing that we were trying to read was pretty illegible too. Just not very clearly written. How are you feeling today, by the way? You said you were feeling kind of sick last night. I think Rai died on us though. When he fell asleep. Doing okay then. we're just gonna say that this one wing is the oldest wing. It's the last wing to be replaced. That's why it's so messed up looking. Okay, let me actually separate these two pieces for the next thing that I want to do. Since we're this disassembled anyway, might as well. Okay, so you remember the gold paint that we had? Well, this is not the same gold paint because the other gold paint that we're using was brass. This one is gold. We're gonna use this paint. There's no such thing as accidents, or mistakes, just happy little accidents. Just Bob Ross was the original copium. Okay, we're gonna do gold. I think the problem was we were doing silver on white, or like off-white, and that's just really hard to see. Also, there's a piece of dust somewhere stuck on the side. That's kind of annoying. Let me grab another brush. See that black piece of dust? Just streaking across the crack right there. Or is that actually a crack? If that's a crack, that's a very interesting looking crack. There's no way that's a crack. Cracks don't form across parts like that. It has to be a piece of dust. Well, we're gonna pretend that's a crack now, because that's not coming out. What the heck? Okay, yeah, so maybe gold on white will show better. You can actually see that. Camera is actually picking this up this time. Let me zoom in even closer because I'm tempted to hold it even closer than I am right now. There we go. Getting good at a hobby is like just accepting that you're bad for a very long time. Although there are some people that are like, that I see sometimes they're like, oh, this is my like third time doing this, and it's like, wait a second, that's better than me. Hold up, you're lying. You can actually see it, right? Oh, okay. See ya, Azu. Uh-oh, that was way too much. Where's my enamel thinner? Oh, there it is. Oh wait, there's still the front to do. Oh hey Rai, did you fall asleep? We were talking about you while you were gone. I decided that since silver wasn't really showing up, I'm gonna use gold on these details to try to make them pop. Sword is in pain. Oh no. What about? Oh, I was saying that it's funny that a friend of ours asked Azu and I, among some other people, about reading something in Japanese. Or like, I know I'm a weeb and all, but like, I can't really read Japanese. and there's probably only one person in the friend group that could read Japanese, and I was like, you know who could also probably read it? Brad could probably read it. X bling. Haha. But yeah, you can see the gold details now, right? Kind of pop out more than when I was trying to do the silver. Need to go back and do a little bit more gunk on those parts though, so that the little bits where I missed where the gold was supposed to go get kind of obscured. The thing about the text though is that it's kind of difficult to read since it was handwritten. I could try sending it to you later if you want, but I think we got an okay answer already. It's kind of funny because between the gold paint and the brass paint, this is the gold paint. This part is gold. This part where I sprayed the textured area, that's brass. The stuff that I'm hand painting, that's gold. At least that's what it says on the bottles. Also, I remember the car brand that we were trying to remember about the guy whose sole job is to paint the stripes for this car company. It's Rolls-Royce. It's Rolls-Royce cars that have that. They can if you want them, and it's actually supposedly a very distinctive thing. It's like a very particular stripe that just runs the length of the car along the side. I'm really amused at the idea of calling it an X bling, but it's not that shiny. You probably missed it, but I accidentally rubbed away too much paint, so now we have battle damage. Happy little accident. It's, yeah. I was just calling it copium. It sort of is, not gonna lie. But we're making it work. Well, this one sure isn't here to be paraded around, considering the damage it's gone through, how grimy it looks. Blue angels? I don't know what the blue angels are. In reality, I should have done this part first, but I didn't plan on doing it with this gold paint, because if I did the gold first and I miss with the gold and like get the gold on some places around the part where I don't want the gold to be, some of it would eventually be covered up by the weathering, by the gunk wash. Now I'm basically painting the gold over the gunk, which means I need to put more gunk on top of it, which makes the parts even darker. Performance artists, but with planes. Paint's a little too thin, I think. Added too much thinner back there, so I need to add a bit more fresh paint. I like how it might be a very, very tiny bit of gold on a very tiny bit, but if it catches the light the right way, it's so obviously gold. That's a bit much. The gap in between those aren't supposed to also be gold. Okay, I think that's enough of the gold. I'm gonna clean off my brush with some acetone. Usually that's not a good thing, because acetone will ruin most brushes, but because this is a cheap brush, I can get away with it. Yeah. I'm gonna actually clean off this entire palette right now. Where's my paper towel? There it is. Well, first of all, there's brush cleaning fluid, but also you're not supposed to really use nice brushes with lacquer paint, which is what I'm doing. Lacquer paint will just kill brushes because they're so... I think it's because the sort of solvents that go into lacquer paints will just go into the core of the brush and just bleach everything out. So like some of like the natural oils and the hairs and stuff, especially with natural brushes, they're gonna get killed by acetone. If I had nice brushes, it would be for acrylic paints, like Modeler's acrylics, and those you could wash with warm soap and water as long as it's not too long after working with the paints, because the paints, even though you can actually thin acrylic paints with water and they become water resistant when dried, like, it's kind of weird. So yeah, brush cleaning fluid or warm soap and water with the right sort of paint. A lot of it's just do it before the paint cures, because when the paint cures, it's a different beast. If you let paint dry on your nice brush, you could say goodbye to it being nice. Which is why I don't have nice brushes. I don't know how to take care of nice brushes. At least not right now. Okay. Black. This cap is stuck. Okay, there we go. Isn't it such a deep black? You know, I've been looking at this for a while. Is my like camera actually not bright enough? Gonna do a little bit of black in some areas. It's basically going to be a gunk wash for the parts that I did in gold, but before that I think there was a little bit of touch up that I could have done with this enamel thinner to get rid of some of the places where I put too much gold, but I don't quite remember where it was. Was it here? Yeah, there's a little bit too much here. Acetone is like the last resort with a lot of things. Like, you're not supposed to thin paints with acetone either, for instance, even though acetone will dissolve like every kind of paint. You don't want to use that because for one thing, it actually is extremely volatile, meaning that it evaporates really quickly. So if you try spraying paint that's been thinned with acetone, it's going to dry in the air on the way to the part. So it will hit the part dry and not really adhere. You don't want paint that hits the part dry. You want that good adhesion. Okay. I'm gonna try to thin out this black paint. Some acrylic thinner. Here's another fun paints lesson. Different paints will dry and cure at different rates. Usually, lacquer paints are the fastest to dry. They also cure fairly fast, or you can at least work with it fairly fast, which is what I took advantage of the other day when I was airbrushing different colors, masking over paint that I sprayed that day, and then moving on to the next part, or next color. You can't get away with that with some other paints. For instance, enamel paints dry really slowly. You would not be able to do something like that with enamel paints. However, acrylic paints, on the other hand, are like in between. Enamels dry the slowest, acrylic second, and then lacquer is the fastest. kind of funny how many different dimensions there are to choosing paints. For instance, okay, so you have drying rate. That's one thing. Another thing to consider is toxicity. If you don't have a good space to work with, don't work with anything other than basically acrylics, because everything, even with acrylics, you want good ventilation. But if you don't have good ventilation at all, just like avoid everything else, because it's pretty bad, especially lacquers. Lacquers, like, definitely avoid. Enamels is like pretty sure you want to avoid. The one thing that's kind of neat about the fact that enamels are so slow to dry and cure is that they are pretty good at leveling. Like, because they take so long, they have more time to level, which means that they can have an easier time looking smooth. Why is there hair here? Is that... no, that's not even a hair. That broke apart. That's not a hair. That's like a part of a or a piece of dried paint that looked like a hair. It's kind of weird. I think you will almost inevitably always hear the birds outside my window when I'm working, just because I like working with the windows open. I like it, though. I think it's kind of fun having bird sounds while working. That might be too much. Oh yeah, this droid exists. Okay, I need to paint the little details on the droid real quick. What colors do you think I should put on it? For like the eyes and stuff. I think classically it's like red and blue or something like that. Blue and yellow. Blue, yellow, or gold. I'll try blue and yellow. This weathering has become this weird process of adding and removing. And like, this place is too clean, gotta make it dirty. This place is too dirty, gotta clean it off a bit. Oh, no, can't actually remove the material, it's actually kind of stuck now. Well, I guess, battle damage, yeah. There's something like fun about doing this that's different from the normal model kit process, just because it's like, it doesn't have to be perfect, even though there's good weathering versus like bad weathering. There's no perfect weathering, I think. There's no real way it has to be. Oh, to be fair though, like, there's no way any of it has to be any particular way, but weathering feels doubly so, just because it doesn't even follow the lines. Even that little bit, it defies. Let's bring this back up a little bit. Brighten it a bit and clean off a little bit of the black. I like the idea that the engines are one of the oldest looking parts, because it's like, oh, yeah, can't afford to replace this. It's kind of the most advanced part in the fighter, so like, yeah, we can replace the armor plates, but not the engine itself. That, no, don't break that. If you break that, we're kind of screwed. You can tell that the engines look a lot more gunked up than the rest of it. But then again, they also have a lot more spaces where gunk can really get trapped. This place was kind of too white. That's really thick paint. I just got stuck there. Okay, there's one place on there that's really white now. It's kind of funny. Okay. Engines do tend to be dirty. That's true. Got a lot of oil leaks or something going on. All right. Try to clean off the brush one more time. and then switch attacking the camera, and then switch over to getting that little bit of. Oh wait, I just remembered. No, there's still a little bit more I need to clean up right here. Despair. Why despair? These cotton swabs are feeling cheap on me because I keep on seeing little pieces of dust that they leave behind. Or rather, strands of cotton. Get away. Go away. I have a special pack of hobby cotton swabs that only have one head and are on wooden sticks. They don't feel any better. It feels like there's like a... I don't know, they just don't feel better. they still shed. I don't get how people use them so much and never seem to have problems with shedding. Okay. I'm sorry, Azu. We have decided to not make a sussy droid. Where's my acetone? I did not put it back where I usually put it. What do you guys think of the current BGM? After having asked you guys to choose between a bunch of them, I ended up finding this one that I've used for the last several streams. Squeak, squeak, squeak. It's squeaky clean, but not very clean at all. Just another knife in your back. Dude, you're gonna become a porcupine at this rate. Okay, so we're gonna do yellow and blue. Where are my paints? Oh. Over here. It's driving you crazy. It's super quiet. Completely different things. Should I turn it up? I don't know, it's driving Azu crazy. I do want it to be on the pretty low side though. Mr. Color Yellow. Susie, no, Bright Blue. There's this one blue called Susie Blue. I think it's such a funny name for a blue. I basically need a pinpoint of blue and a pinpoint of yellow. That is how much paint I need to use. But I'm gonna end up using more than that because it's too hard to work with any amounts that small. So let's start with the blue. Yeah, part of me wants the music to be low enough that you could potentially just turn on your own music over it. And then here's some Mr. Rapid Thinner. I'm gonna see if I can pick a good brush. None of my brushes are good. They're all sad. Not doing good at all. Not doing well at all. A little bit too close. Ah! Are you familiar with the phenomenon of wine tears? No, it's not when you get drunk and cry. Okay, that's the blue part. Wine tears are this interesting interaction between surface tension, evaporation, and diffusion, I think, where essentially if you take a glass of wine and you swirl it around such that some of the wine splashes up against the edges of the glass and then has to fall down, you'll end up seeing what they call tears, which is droplets of wine that kind of separate and then kind of climb back up. Like they're kind of falling and climbing up at the same time. It's a little hard to explain. You should look it up, search it up on the web and find a video. But I brought it up because you sort of have a little bit of that going on with the paint here. You can see a fun little edge right here. It's not as pronounced as Wine Pierce, but I think it's the same phenomenon, where the paint is drying, and as it dries, not the paint, but the thinner here, as the thinner with some paint and it dries, it gets more concentrated, and that affects the surface tension of the thinner, which causes it to pull itself into little drops of God? What? Did we say God? I'm so confused right now. This yellow paint is awkwardly drying on me right now, because I think the bottle itself is pretty dried out. Need might need a little bit thinner added to it later. Oh, it's a manga. I have not read this one. I feel like my paintbrush is really loaded. Oh, my thumb is in the way. Okay, great. Hand painting with lacquers is terrible because, like I mentioned before, lacquer paints dry faster than any other paints. And right now it feels like the lacquer paint is drying before my brush even touches the plastic. But I don't really have any options right now because all I have are lacquer paints for these colors, and these are the colors that I used. And then I think I want to do a little drop of gold right in the middle of the droid's eye, basically. I'm also kind of just letting colors mix a little bit. Not trying too hard to prevent cross-contamination. Because honestly, it looks messy enough that you can't really tell. Alright. Okay, time to reassemble one more time. But first, cleaning up this palette before the paint dries. Not gonna clean it perfectly. We don't need to. Maybe I'll do it next time if I have to. But I don't really bring out the palette for things that need it to be perfectly clean anyway. Oh, sorry about that. I punched the camera again. Let's flip this over. Oh, I punched it so hard it's crooked. Okay. I need to throw away all of these toothpicks and cotton swabs real quick. Give me a moment. Okay. Let's try using autofocus for this final assembly. I hope to never need to disassemble or reassemble this ever again. Also, let me make sure the camera is adjusted correctly, because I feel like it's all whack right now. Alright, no. No. I don't get it. Is the angle wrong? Alright. Here we go. Body. Is it not autofocusing? Stupid camera. Okay, I just choose a reasonable distance, like 90. Okay. Body. Separating it. Yeah. Wings. Cockpit. Back end. Laser things. Okay, never mind. Let me grab a little bit of thinner real quick. I'm not happy with this bit of the cockpit. Look at this. This is the normal side, and this is the side that's kind of bad. That's a little bit too much black. At some point, you guys gotta start telling me stop and just move on. Just finish the thing. Okay, there we go. But today is not the day you tell me that this is not the time. because I already moved on. Okay. Wings. Body. Body. I like how this part has a giant blob of black paint because it just kind of seeped in. But no one's ever going to see that because this is going to cover it. Cockpit. Laser things. I still don't know what to call these. What's the name of this part? Spread the wings. Oh, you know what's kind of an oversight? If you look straight down the gap, I did not do any weathering or anything to that center band right there. I didn't know that would. I didn't think about it being visible. You see nothing? Like even some of the slightly obscure areas that are a little bit deeper in, I bothered weathering, but I didn't really do much to that part. I'm going in. I'm going in with a little bit of gunmetal. It looks really conspicuously bright, now that I've noticed it. Okay, and then I'm gonna knock things off the desk accidentally. What is that? That's a Q-tip. That's a cotton swab. I don't care. Then I'm gonna do like a little drop of thinner in this bottle. Oh. Oh wow, that was scary. The paintbrush just got caught in one of the laser thingies that I'm afraid would break if it accidentally got caught. Okay. Let's do the last two laser things. It might not look perfect on the inside, but as long as it's not stupidly bright like it was before, I think it's fine. So after assembly, there's one last thing to do, and then we will be truly done with this kit, and that is top coating it. Seems like some of the paint overflowed into some of the gaps around the wings. I'm trying to clean that up. I'm gonna hit this kit with a flat top coat, and that's going to make some of the metallics shine not as bright, but that's okay because overall it's not supposed to look like an awfully clean thing. Oh, here's something that I like the way it turned out. So this little bit of silver that I put looks like a scratch that goes across the different colors, doesn't it? Like the white and the purple look like they both got scratched. We need to wait a little bit for the acrylic thinner that I put on the inside to dry out before we can paint this though. Big reason for this is that the acrylic thinner will not play well with the top coat. Oh my goodness, I got caught again. I'm surprised that I haven't broken one of these yet, getting it caught. I'm not used to the fact that I have gloves on. It's like I have extra flaps of skin that get in the way of everything. All these folds. Okay, while we sit here and wait for it to dry off a bit before the top coat, we now have an opportunity to go back to being 10 years old and start making jet fighter noises while playing with our newly painted toy. Honestly, to some degree, I think we could get away with just not doing anything to it. Like, totally could call it a day, but I love me flat top coats.
Meow. Pew pew.
Subtitles.
Pew pew pew.
I think if you spend dozens of hours building a model kit and you don't have fun posting it, I would have to ask you, like, what is wrong with you? Sadly, this thing has like 2 poses. Well, okay, it has like 2 main poses, but then it had like wings in X formation and wings in closed formation, but you could have it like flying up. Let's actually bring it back a little bit. Okay, let me also change the camera's focal distance real quick. And let's do like 44. Yeah, that's good. Okay, you can do flying upwards. Oh, here's a question. Should we bother masking the windshields? I feel like we sort of should. Because they're no longer going to be shiny, but then there's a part of me that's just like, I don't care, it cannot be shiny. Anyway, there's flying upwards. There's nosedive. And there's barrel roll. I think I'm pretty fond of barrel roll. I've never played Star Fox, but like that line isn't. It's like kind of rent free in my head right now due to Smash Brothers. It's reorganizing some paint on my desk right now. Once this is done, what's gonna happen? Well, we're not gonna have a photo shoot day because what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna airbrush this and then just let it sit around, and while it dries, I can't touch it. So I'm not going to do the photo shoot today. And since what do you think about this? I wonder if I feel like starting the next project right away. Let's talk about the next project while we wait for it to be dry, and it'll be a good stall because nothing else better to do while waiting for it to dry. I actually have 2 works in progress that we can look to work on next. But how about this? Let's see what does chat want. So, the one on the left is a Wing Gundam Hono. Let me grab the box. Actually, it's a Wing Gundam Zero Hono. This guy. Yeah. That I have modified already, which means that I already went through the trouble of cementing some pieces and carving some pieces. My plan with this piece is to do a diorama thing. Well, not really a diorama. in reality, it's not a diorama at all. It has a base, which now that I look at it, I'm a little sad because, okay, so here's the base. It's kind of hard to see because it's so white and reflective. Let me just turn down the lights instead of adjusting the camera. So this is the base. It's like a brick floor, basically. It has a magnet in it so that the kit can stand. Unfortunately, this seems to have warped while I was waiting for it to dry, because now it doesn't even stand flat. That's kind of annoying. I wonder if anything can be done with that. Like, if I just fill the whole bottom with some amount of putty and just set it down so that it kind of lies flat, because I hate the fact that this thing is seesawing. Oh, it's actually just kind of pliable. Maybe I just made it too thin. Maybe I just need to glue this to an even thicker piece of plastic or something like that. Maybe. That might be a part of the project in of itself, just trying to figure out how to make this not be stupid. Okay, so that's Wing Gundam Zero Hono, that's the left option. The other option is this. I don't know if you can recognize it based off the giant surfboard and its head, but the other project is a Nirvash Type 0 Spec 2. This one I haven't gone through modification yet, so like for the most part, a lot of this probably still needs sanding. Like, you can tell if you look at this edge, it's still rough. Like, I haven't sanded this, and I haven't done any carving yet, and I plan to do some carving. So I want to do this anime accurate in terms of colors, but kind of make it a bit fancier in the sort of Gunpla style of adding extra panel lines and scribing, and perhaps doing a few modifications so some things look a little bit better or fit a little bit better, because I think that the kit itself is kind of an older kit that doesn't look very good without a bit of work. So those are two options. So the Wing Gundam Hono won't be color accurate, or actually really design accurate, because I did some modifications to it definitely. And it's going to not have a lot of the clear parts. I don't really like the clear parts on it, so those are going to be changed, but the overall color of the Hono is going to be pretty similar to the original design, like mainly white with a lot of red and orange accents. It's just going to be made to look kind of old, so I'm going to do weathering on that one. And then like I said, the Nirvash is going to be pretty anime accurate in terms of colors. Oh no! Okay, that was what I was planning on doing anyway. It probably means going straight into painting a lot faster though, because there's the modification work has already been done. Okay. Are we ready for this? Are we ready for the final airbrushing? Does it look dry on the inside? It looks pretty dried. It's going to be this guy here. All clad 2 clear coat matte. Ta-da! Look at this. The clear coat particles are denser than the liquid that they're suspended in, and they're not fully dissolved. I don't know why. I guess actually I don't have a good line of reasoning, but it definitely needs a lot of shaking. Actually, most paints aren't truly dissolved, which suggests that when you use solvent on paints to like dissolve it, it's not really a true dissolution. It's more like it's attacking the particle to surface bond, but the paint particles themselves are still suspended as these large things aren't truly dissolved in the liquid. Define ready? I don't know. I'm never ready. This is like the part. This is the final step. And you know what that means? It's like time to screw up and feel like you need to redo things. Even though everything's so good right now, I almost don't want to do it because like one more action is another opportunity for failure. Also, there's like a giant blob of paint that I dropped some. Oh, I can't really show you. Yeah, I give me a second. I need a paper towel before I accidentally put my elbow in this paint. How did I spill this paint earlier? What the heck? Okay, I probably shouldn't try to show you things like that through the camera. Probably dizziness inducing. If your arm's sick, I hope I didn't make you sick. Okay. So actually, let me point this down. So I'm not going to do it attached to the space just because I like the glossiness of the space, and if I use the space, it's going to turn matte. What I'm going to do is first find a skewer that can stick in the hole underneath the kit. I have a bunch of skewers that I've cut. This one's not going to work because the end is flat. A whole bunch of them here. I need to find one that's short. I meant to cut most of these skewers short because they're so long that they don't fit in the camera frame, and also frankly they don't even fit inside the airbrush booth, so there's no point in them being so long. Okay, this fits in, but it's a little bit small, so it doesn't fit snugly, which means it will move around, but that is easily remedied with some blue tack. Some sticky goop. I'm gonna cover the end with the blue tack. I'm gonna, actually, that's a little bit too much blue tack, so I'm gonna tear some of it off. And then I'm gonna jam a tiny blob of it inside. Uh-oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Blue tack in the hole. Skewer in the hole. Okay. This is the attachment test. If this test fails, we don't talk about the test failing. Okay. Okay. I'm going to stick this in this jar for a little bit. Whoop. I'm also going to mute myself while I switch over and change up the setup. Gotta raise the table and also probably air out the room a little bit of dust in case there's dust. I also close the doors before I airbrush. Alright, I think we are done. I think that's it. The X-Wing has been moved to my heating chamber so that the drying process can be sped up, but also so that it can be protected from any dust potentially falling on it while it's drying. Thank you for keeping me company as I went through this project. That is my first full project done on stream. Even though like a little bit was done off stream, basically you guys saw most of the process from the beginning to the end. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I won't go on much longer since I have to go soon. But yeah, thank you again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my social. Check out my Twitter. It's really just a Twitter. There's not socials. It's not plural. It's just singular. Just a Twitter. I am going to take photos of the kit once it's dry and ready. They're going to go on the Twitter. Look forward to that. I probably will not do a stream of the photo session. And I think I'm not going to stream tomorrow. I might stream Tuesday if I... not Tuesday. I might stream Sunday. If I don't stream Sunday, I will definitely come back on Wednesday. And we will begin the Hono, which I think is going to be a much more interesting project. Well, actually, every project's interesting, and it's going to be a different take. I want to try something different every time, and this time it's going to be a project with a custom base, which I think will need a little bit of prep, a little bit of repairing to make it not wobbly. So that's going to be fun, and it's also going to be another project with weathering. Weathering is kind of new for me, so I look forward to a bit more practice. Yeah, again, thank you. I am out. Good night.